done by then, right?
Could be.
Can we get it done in 10 minutes?
You think so?
We got a public hearing, so.
Oh.
Okay. Good evening, and welcome to Mashpee Selectmen meeting, June 19, 2017. If you join me at the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you join me in a moment of silence for those who have lost their lives protecting our freedoms. Thank you. Thank you. Want to approve the minutes? Did everybody have a chance to look at the minutes for June 5th?
I make a motion we approve the minutes of Monday, June 5th, 2017, regular session.
I second.
Okay. And vote on that?
Abstain?
Yes.
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 No comment.
Okay. No public comment? Okay. All right. And we have the certification of the public hiring process. Is that something you'd like to discuss?
Right. The police chief is not here today because I said that I'd be more than happy to speak on his behalf. The memorandum should be in front of you. He is attesting to the fact that all town policies and procedures were adhered to. The board would just be certifying the process for a lateral hire, and I believe the recommended names are attached, along with the outline of the entire process.
So, you want a motion?
You have a motion on that? Yeah.
Make a motion for the 2 lateral police officers.
Second?
Yes. Okay. We have a vote on that. Any discussion? No? A roll call?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
So we got plenty of time here. I don't know if we can get Catherine through or not.
You want to know, let me, I think I'll do this right now. Could I request that we put the, on the agenda, funds of the Mashpee Dog Park letter that they want to make a decision.
A revision in the letter?
In the policy.
I second it.
Sure. Okay, we can put that on. That's good.
Yes.
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 Yes. Mashpee Dog Park Regulations, Mashpee Dog Park Coordinating Committee. In accordance with Mashpee Bylaw 4.6, the Board of Selectmen acting as Park Commissioners approved the following May 15, 2017, effective July 1, 2017. Mashpee Dog Park. This particular thing was regarding the parking, and they're requesting that we rescind it, that they're going to be redoing it and coming back to us, I believe, next year.
Yeah, we're going to discuss in the fall on stickers. So they want to rescind the need for stickers.
So there'll be no residents-only parking? Or are we just moving the...
Dog park only parking.
Is there a sign there and everything already?
Will be. Second page.
Has the sign has never been posted to begin with?
We will place a sign saying dog park only.
Okay.
Okay, I make a motion, we rescind that.
A second? Any discussion? No? Have the vote?
Oh, wait a minute, I make a motion, no, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
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 Okay. All right, Tom. All right. We're still ahead of time here. I don't have left on the... You can bring Ken. Yeah, Ken, you want to come up and do your presentation?
I should
Sure do. I'd like to start off by giving you, Mr. Chairman, a letter from an organization by the name of SEF, and I will explain it all on the podium.
Great.
I appreciate you squeezing
Great.
me into your agenda
Thank you very much.
for what is a pleasantry for us. SEF is an acronym for 501c3 corporation organization. It stands for Sporting Safety Conservation Education Foundation of Falmouth. I'm a member of the board of directors. We are focused upon educating our youth on matters of conservation that will benefit all of our citizens with an improved understanding of our outdoor natural environment. Our enclosed donation of $1,000 to the Town of Mashpee Conservation Commission is meant to show our strong support of the efforts to restore the Upper Quashnet River watershed. This is a project that could be the creation of extension of a cold water fishery to the Upper Quashnet. Any efforts to enhance fish migration and propagation is most important for all those who enjoy the wonders of natural beauty and participate with it as a source of recreation. Our organization is presently working on a similar project known as the Charles River Restoration Project, which has many similarities to the Quashnet endeavor. The Quashnet has been worked on for a number of years. The Mashpee Conservation Commission efforts will help to reach project conclusion, which will be beneficial to us all. Our cover letter that you've already previously received explains the donation with a little more detail than what I'm giving. I'm trying to keep it brief. I've been known not to be too brief. Thank you for your time and your attention to the project. We believe that our signal of local support will enhance your application for grant monies available going forward. We have folks in our circle of friends who have worked on this project since its inception and know at least one of your colleagues has participated back in the days of project infancy. So I thank you for extending me the time to make the presentation to you, and we look forward to the Conservation Commission going forward.
Well, Ken, on behalf of the town of Mashpee, I'd like to thank you for your donation, generous donation, and I hope you come back and keep us informed as to the progress of the project itself.
We do intend to do that.
Great.
And you'll be hearing a lot from us as our Charles River Restoration Project goes forward. So I'm sure we'll be talking quite often.
Great. Thanks again, Ken. Thank your membership as well. It means a lot to us.
And if I could take just a short moment to say, offer my apologies for our not paying attention to the signs that were placed in town a couple of weeks ago. We will make sure, we have now copies of all of the regulations, we will make sure we will adhere to them.
That will make a lot of people happy. Thank you.
Andy had something.
Andrew?
I just want to, for the record, even though I'm not sure there's a vote needed, anything related to the Upper Quashnet River project, I'm going to recuse myself from. My organization, the Association to Preserve Cape Cod, has bid in response to the town's RFP to oversee this work, so I can't play both sides of the fence.
Very good. Okay. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Okay, 6:40, we have a public hearing, application new CV Athletic. Do you know if the manager, Paul Quazell, is coming in, or
He's not here.
It's not here.
did he make mention?
Are we on?
I believe we are.
This on?
What?
Should be. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. No, nothing, I was never told that he wasn't coming.
Okay.
Well, let's,
All right.
we'll put it off.
We'll
for
put
a
it off
while.
and hold off. Whether we just jump up. Catherine, are you going to be a long presentation, or can you step up and? Thank you.
I don't anticipate Good evening. This is our annual recommendation for appointment or for award of contracts for the upcoming fiscal year. We have both renewals and new contracts that we went through the procurement process earlier this spring. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Is there any of them took huge jumps, or is everything leveling out?
I mean, most of them did see some increase, but I would say it's in the...
Nothing
the 3 to 5%
extraordinary.
range, no.
I did become aware that the county government does go out and take, get numbers on different services available through the county for the towns. Have we ever taken advantage of the asphalt paving or any of their services that they...
We've looked at it in the past. The way we structure our paving bid, we actually bid for a number of services so that one contractor is doing all of the work, whether it's catch basin adjustment, the paving, the handwork, that's all one contractor. The county actually bids all of that out separately. So you may have, one contractor that has the bid for adjusting, drainage structures on a project, and another contractor who has the paving bid, and another contract who has the handwork bid, which has created problems in terms of scheduling. The county has talked about resolving that in their bid process moving forward, but they have yet to do that. So I guess until that happens, I would prefer that we bid it out ourselves.
Have you ever looked at the numbers just to see if they were within...
They're comparable.
They are comparable.
They are, yeah. I think for that particular bid, most of the towns now have that contract. The one that was a little bit, actually has been thrown out at this point by most of the towns because of issues with their quality
And that was the contractor through the county?
through the county.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Haven't we used their prices on salt and some of the stuff
We
in the
do,
past?
we do,
We have done
yes.
some bulk purchasing on that.
Yeah.
The sand, the salt, yes.
I think a motion that we approve the recommendation for award of contracts for annual bids.
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, could I have a roll call on that?
Yes.
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 I make a second motion that we approve the extension of contracts for annual bids as presented.
Second.
Okay. Discussion? None? Can I have a roll call on that?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Okay, we'll go down and we'll move forward with the Community Health Center.
I'm going to step outside and call Mr. Cruzel.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Good to see you. Thanks so much for making time on your agenda. Really, tonight is just about a very quick...
Speak into the mic.
Okay, I'll go over here. Tonight is really just about a very quick update. Everybody should have the packet. We provided a little packet of information about the health center. Many of you are already familiar with our programs and services, so I'm going to spare that detailed information with you tonight, and really just go through some of our program highlights and kind of what's next for the health center, and hopefully have a little bit of a discussion. That first slide just talks about our mission. You all know our mission is to improve the health of our population, regardless of the ability to pay, and there's a lot of things in between there, but I always like to start off with that. It really is what sets our organization apart, us reducing barriers to access to care, regardless of ability to pay. Also in your packet, you'll see a map of Cape Cod, a very familiar map. And I just think it's important to recognize how many of our patients, we have about 15,000 patients now, about 1 in 5 of our patients, registered patients, are Mashpee residents, which we're just so very proud of, to be able to serve the community. It was part of why we wanted to move here, and it's truly happening. We're still registering at the health center, and I know I said this the last time I was before you, we're still registering about 200 patients every single month. Now that's stabilized a little bit. It was 300 at one point for those that you remember. So we've seemed to have stabilized the last couple of years at 200, and now we're also recognizing that there's a little bit of a turnover. We know in Cape Cod people move on the Cape, off the Cape, and so there's a little bit of a transient population. But net, we're still growing by 100 patients a month easily, which is amazing. So I can never say thank you enough for allowing us to occupy the land here in Mashpee. It's just been an amazing experience. Also, that next slide will see, just so you give you a sense of who we're serving. This also hasn't changed too much over the years. About 80% of our population is under 200% of the poverty level. We still are really reaching those that need us most. The additional 200% or the additional 20% are above 200%, and that is a pretty widespread between 400 and 200%. 75% of our patients are between the ages of 18 and 65. And that's one number that we are working on a little bit. While that's very good, we know that in Mashpee and the Cape in general, we are seeing an aging of our population.
How about the veterans, Carol?
And the veterans are in here as well. So we are seeing about 700 veterans. We have a special relationship with the state, and we are, I think I'm still correct in saying we are the only non-federal veterans outreach center. So we're able to serve veterans, get them hooked up with their permanent care, but see them on an episodic basis, help with medication assistance, all of those things that any other federal agency could do. And we just keep close communication. So that number has been growing gradually. We think we'll probably stabilize at about 900 patients. Still about 5 to 10% of the patients that we're seeing every month present with no health insurance. We're able to get the vast majority, I would say within 3 to 5%, we're able to get the vast majority on some form of health insurance, at least at the moment, with everything being how it is now. So as you know, a large part of what we do is help people apply for health insurance, veterans benefits, food stamps, all of those things. Our patient mix hasn't changed that much. We're still about 30% Medicare, 15% over 65, so 15% disabled Medicare, 50% Medicaid, and then the balance is the uninsured and commercial mix. So now just a little bit. I mentioned 15,000 registered patients we have. That translates into about 75,000 visits a year, which I'm not sure everybody cares so much about numbers, but for us it is important that we're servicing a need. Another 10,000 what we call enabling visits. So those things that I spoke of, helping people apply for health insurance, care coordination, filling in the gaps. Everyone talks about healthcare and how difficult it is to navigate. We put a lot of work and energy into doing that. It translates into about 10,000 visits a year. Already talked about the veterans. Another huge part of what we've done over the last couple of years is really boost up our behavioral health services. We all know of the importance of the integration of medical and behavioral health services, and we're now up to close to 15 behavioral health providers, 3 psychiatrists, counseling services on top of that. We very much believe in that integrated model. We know that the most at-risk population that we see, and when I say most at-risk, I mean those patients that are at risk for ER visits, repeated ER visits, hospitalizations, out-of-control chronic disease. We know that 70 to 80% of those patients, that the high-risk patients we're seeing, have a coexisting condition of behavioral health. So we know that that's going to continue to be part of our future going forward. These are in no particular order, I'm sorry. The $16 million operating budget, I think, is an important number for you to know, because that's the amount of resources that we're able to put back into the local economy. So again, very proud of that. Other updates, we've expanded our oral health programming. We've expanded 2 additional operatories. We started with 3, as you know, and then we did the building addition, worked up till 10. Now we have 12 at Mashpee. We also have nearly completed our 4 renovation projects, which will add 2 operatories, 2 and 1 overflow, so 3 operatories. And that's meaningful for for you, because it'll relieve some of the congestion in Mashpee and allow us to be able to serve Mashpee residents in the surrounding community a little bit better. Our vision services, since I was last here, we've opened our vision clinic, very popular. We're really hoping next fiscal year we can expand to beyond health center patients and open up for the community, so we're excited about that as well. And then, of course, the addictions program, we're putting a lot of work and energy into that programming. We've received a pretty substantial grant from Cape Healthcare and from the federal government to do that. So we'll be expanding our medication-assisted treatment program and doing some day treatment program, which I can get into if you like, but I'm a little respectful here of the time. The other thing that we've done is we've begun to jump into telehealth strategy. So again, very excited about that. We're offering telepsychiatry services now. So we have 2 psychiatrists that are into it, and we're going to expand that population. And that's really so that we can offer psychiatry services to people who can't necessarily travel to us. The regulations are such that the providers have to be in site, or the patients have to be in site, the providers don't. But here we can offer a psychiatrist services in Falmouth or Bourne for residents here in Mashpee, and that seems to have been working very well.
By phone or by Skype or both?
It's through Skype. It's not Skype. We call it Zoom,
but it's
a
like
very
that.
Similar thing. Yeah. Mostly that, not so much phone. We want to have that visual connection with the surroundings. Next will be teleretinal exams. We're going to launch the teleretinal program. We've noticed that individuals with disease such as diabetes can always go for their retinal exams, and one of the barriers is that they hate having their eyes dilated. So we found some technology that is a very high resolution camera, and we're soon going to be able to offer that, and that will be able to, again, expand access at all of our locations. And then from there, we'll move on to telederm and telecardiology and some other very fun things to get into the next century. But we've also expanded our complex care because we serve such an at-risk population. We have found it necessary to really get to know people on a much broader level, looking at the social determinants of care. So we're putting a lot of energy into risk stratification and really getting to know our patients better to target the right care for them, to hopefully reduce the cost of health care in the long run and improve quality. And to that extent, we've joined, sorry for the acronym here, what's called an ACO, an Accountable Care Organization. And we've formed a partnership with 14 other health centers across the state to really look at how we're performing cost and quality-wise and start to do things very deliberately, working with MassHealth directly to bring those things down, or in the case of quality, up. So that's the highlights. I thought I'd just jump into kind of what's next, unless there's any questions on the accomplishments. I just keep pressing? Okay. So in terms of what's next, addictions, we want to do more and more of this. We're all about access, quality, integration. So that is always going to be our foundation. But this coming year, and really for the next few years, hopefully you'll see in the community a very real difference in moving from, I don't want to say just a clinical provider, but outside of a clinical provider, and really developing more community-based relationships to truly improve health and improve quality of the population that we're serving, so that when you hear about that population health, because we want you to be able to say the health in Mashpee is much better today than it was yesterday, or this year than last year, and we want to work with you to do that. So that's going to be a major goal for us in the next few years. And so I've just outlined a few of those things. We're increasing open access, walk-in care for our patients, the wellness program. We'll start to introduce some alternative wellness programs. We're doing a much better job at screening for some of the disparities like homelessness, food insecurities, employment, and really trying to work with patients on those things also, because we know that they affect health in a very big way. I already talked about the technology and the innovation, and just finally, just being able to provide the right care at the right time at the right place for our patients is really what it's all about, and being grounded in community need, which all of you have been very good with your input, and I appreciate it over time. And that concludes my presentation for tonight.
Thank you very much.
I actually have one question, if you don't
Sure.
mind. Just, can you say, I mean, it's how you're dealing with this situation with addiction, and are you collaborating with other organizations? And if you can just talk a little bit about that.
Sure. It is such a widespread issue that has been going on for a number of years, and we work very closely with a number of organizations. Barnstable County, we sit on the Barnstable County Coalition, so that we know we're a little bit more focused on treatment and recovery than we are on prevention. So we know that Gosnell, for example, and other organizations are more focused on the prevention aspect. So we're trying not to duplicate services. We are trying to very much offer programs and services for addiction. The medication-assisted treatment program. Right now, we have 100 patients registered in our program. We're hoping that over the next year, we grow that to, grow isn't the right term, but we are able to offer that programming for another 300 patients. We're working with Cape Cod Healthcare in Gosnold on a program that's called SOAP, a Structured Outpatient Therapy Program, so that there's more of a continuum from the time that someone gets admitted for substance abuse or some form of addiction to the time that they're ready for outpatient treatment. So that continuum of services is all about partnerships.
Great. Thank you.
And then, of course, our work with Gail Wilson and the
Karen, yeah, that's what I was just trying to say. On the Human Services Committee, we want to thank you for, she hosted, the Senate hosts the drop-in night, which was very successful, the first one, I think a lot more so than anyone expected. And her staff was just great. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to echo what John said. I dropped in on that night, and it was just really the fact that you have that available to the town of Mashpee and the residents or anybody, you really put it together, and it came together really well. We've heard some good stories, great stories that have come out of that one night. One night.
It was amazing, and as I was informally mentioning before, we've had 6 new patients sign up for medication-assisted treatment after that night.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Not near that I. That's amazing. Come a long way. I remember when we were putting our names on the beam.
Yes.
It's come a long way. You're doing a great job. It's.
So please keep your feedback coming. It's how we survive and grow, and I really appreciate it.
Well, you do make a
Thank
difference
you.
in Mashpee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have Catherine's done, community health, review of special event applications?
Mr. Chairman, the voting people aren't here because of work at night, so neither one of them are able to be here tonight, but all of the approvals were brought by the proper.
So we're looking at a motion on
I
this?
make a motion we approve the wedding request for July 7th at the community park.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Yes.
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 And we have, that brings us to the Children's Museum. And that's a request for a waiver for the tent permit fee.
I make a motion we approve the waiver.
Second.
Okay, discussion? None? Can I have roll call, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Abstain.
Yes.
Yes.
You're all set, Barbara.
You're all good?
Harry Potter's returning to Mashpee.
Oh, is that what it is? Harry Potter's coming to Mashpee. Will be at the Children's Museum, or where's he going to
No, he'll
be?
be right at Mashpee Commons.
He's going to be at Mashpee Commons.
Right across from the library. We're expecting 500.
You want to step up?
Oh, sure. Just in case anybody has
Sure.
questions about it. So thank you. Great to have an opportunity to talk about it.
Sure.
So Mashpee Commons has agreed to sponsor the return of the magic of Harry Potter. So the book is 20 years old this year, and we had great success with the event 6 years ago with 500 people at Mashpee Commons. They invited us back to do the event again, and it's already being received very well with great success. So we're excited to bring that to the merchants and bring some vibrance to the community this summer.
What's the date?
July 8th, Saturday, July 8th. It's a ticketed event, but we'll be there from 10 to 4, but the event is going to be going on all day. And we have over 40 merchants participating.
Very good.
It's outstanding. So thank you. Thank you for the support.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good night.
Adam Sandler attended the event last time.
Oh, did he?
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler was here last time.
He did.
So you never know who might show up this
Right.
time.
And we had a selectman as our revered Albus Dumbledore, the headmaster of Hogwarts.
A repeat performance, possibly?
I'm hoping that there will be. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, Rod, the only open item here is, we have old business, but anything on the,
Nothing, and I did speak to the manager down at the Pompanesett Inn, and they can't find him.
okay,
And they haven't seen him all day.
okay. All right, so. He's just pulling in? All right.
Because we don't approve that, does that mean he doesn't?
Until July 10th.
Okay, so,
No.
all
Can you
right.
let them know they have no license?
No, this is just entertainment, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right.
Entertainment license.
Yeah.
Let them know that they don't have it, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. The athletic club.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't know it was even done yet. Is it finished?
I haven't been up there lately.
The pool club? I haven't.
I know that the inspection services went out last week while you were on vacation, Bus, and they did go out and do their review. I don't know what the outcome was, but I know they were out there doing it, inspections.
I know they're working on it to get it done, I can tell you that.
We got 3 more weeks now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, so closes all that. We have old business, approval of annual reappointments. Did anybody have a chance to look at the,
Yeah, my only question
Liaisons.
was, some of these have, like there's, like on CPC, there's appointments that are from other organizations, like Housing Authority has their person, and the Historical Commission has their person. They're not our appointments. But just, right, that's what we've dealt with in the past.
Yeah, it's not, they're not.
Right, so I don't want to create any
Bylaw.
confusion by us appointing people that are otherwise designated by bylaw as a decision from the other committee, in order to vote for someone.
Good
So
point.
anyway, so I don't know how we can wean those out. Draw your own conclusions.
I don't know how you,
I know that, for example, like I said, Historical Commission rep, Chairman, Housing Authority rep, Conservation Commission rep, Planning Board rep for the CPC are all designations by those boards, so I would have no problem appointing our at-large people, Larkin, Thayer, Pizzo.
Yeah, maybe, why don't we just do that to,
Yeah, I'm just saying,
all our large people?
Right,
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, that's all we need to do.
yeah, and that carries throughout the list in several different places.
yeah.
I'll make a motion, we make the reappointments of those names listed that are the Board of Selectmen's discretion to appoint
Okay,
various committees on this list.
yeah, that makes sense, clean it up.
Second.
Second, yes. Further
Okay, you in
discussion?
here? Yep, all right, you're in here as for the joint light contact,
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
You're welcome. Want to make sure of that.
write you in there if we have to.
All right.
So that's my motion. Oh, and I think
All
that on the Community Park Committee, I believe Evelyn has resigned.
She has.
She didn't resign from that.
She didn't resign from that one?
No, that
No,
one she did.
That one, okay.
Who didn't, Frank?
No, Evelyn
Evelyn.
Buchenfeld.
Oh,
I thought
Evelyn.
she
She's
resigned
still-
from everything, but I
No.
guess not that one.
She hasn't sent in her letter on that, no.
All right.
So
Anyway.
now Frank is not on the Community Parks Committee any longer, is he? Hasn't he relocated to
He
Florida?
has.
He has relocated.
Yes.
I didn't pick up on that, but he would obviously not
Yeah.
be on this committee anymore.
No.
All right, so,
We have to,
all right, so that one would stay vacant. Otherwise, I'll move the list as we have it.
Okay,
I second it.
all right. We had further discussion on it, so roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Clean this up.
Make a motion, we continue the tribal land trust status, seeing as
Yeah.
nothing came down
Yes,
today to my
no.
knowledge.
I have no news.
Nothing, I'm surprised. Yeah, I would agree with that. You have a motion, can you second on that?
Yeah.
Further discussion? No, hearing none. Give me a roll call on that too, please.
Yes.
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 Okay. Cool.
And we're going to be delaying the policy number 69?
If I could, Mr. Chair?
Yes, you may.
I respectfully request that the board indefinitely postpone the approval of policy 69. We just need to vet it out a little bit more carefully with all of those parties involved. So before it comes back to you for final approval, there are just some things that have not been vetted out yet.
I'm supportive of the idea, that's what I told the town clerk, but I'm fine waiting for you to work out the operational parts of it.
There are some logistics in terms of operations that weren't taken into consideration.
Conceptually, it makes sense to me. So.
No sense of jumping the gun on that. I would think it makes sense just to clear it up and do it right.
I did speak with the police chief today, and we're going to have a follow-up.
Okay.
Do we need a vote on that for suspension or no?
I don't think so, no.
As long as you don't approve it.
Nope. All right. No way to put today's agenda.
Okay, I'll make the next one.
Yeah.
Approval upon the Community Preservation Committee, David Hash. I nominate David Hash for the CPA.
I second it.
Okay, any discussion? And none, roll call on that?
Yes.
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 Okay, and we have an approval of 2 appointments to the Bylaw Review Committee. We have 2 that showed up, asked to be put on it. Andrew McManus, is our conservation agent and a Mashpee resident, and Margaret Santos, who works in the, have a motion on that?
I make, so moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion? None? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 And we have a further appointment, Mashpee Historic Commission, Michael Horn.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, discussion? None? Roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Good guy. Economic Development,
Yes, we have someone
EDIC.
coming on board. Pamela McCarthy.
Sounds good.
Yes. I make a motion.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion? No? Okay, roll call, please.
Yes.
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 Okay, done.
One-
And last one, we have an approval of the American with Disabilities Act, ADA.
Is this not on the master list?
This came in after the list was put together, so I don't know if they, because it wasn't,
It's,
you guys haven't voted on it, so we
So
couldn't-
she wouldn't be added until we vote on it.
Well, actually, we did do some.
Yeah, well, one was because we knew that they had, one of them deceased. I think they're,
No, I'm saying there were a couple names on the list that we just did for ADA. So I make a motion, we add to that.
yes.
Sydney Davis, Sydney Davis has already voted.
Kimberly Landry.
Kim Landry, Robert, and Woolridge was on there. So they're already on there.
They're
It's already on
already
the
on.
list.
They're
It's already done.
So it's Sydney
Yeah.
Sydney
Yeah.
Davis, Kimberly
We already
Landry,
It's
Michael
all set.
Mendoza.
They're all on here. We
They're
already
on
did
it.
it. We don't need to do it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It is updated.
Okay. Anything further?
Do we do the dog park?
Oh, we did.
we
did.
did.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
No,
No?
liaison.
Oh, liaison, excuse me. You got something?
Yes. Town picnic.
Yeah, you better.
Town picnic is June 30th Rain date is July 1st. The fireworks are going to be awesome this year, and we have lots of vendors. Free parking at the Quashnet School, and they'll have a shuttle bus to the high school. Beaches are open this coming weekend. They'll be fully staffed, and sticker is required. The Chamber is also doing the after-hours tomorrow night at the Rockland, opening of Rockland Trust. And then tickets are still available for the Lobster Fest, which is next weekend.
And what night is that?
The Lobster Fest is Friday,
Friday night? And seats still available.
and the seat's still available.
Very good. And the other?
You're
Also,
gonna do- Go ahead.
oh,
No.
I was just going to say, we're actually in planning for the second Blue Mass that's going to be held in September. So obviously, we're looking for and hoping for a better turnout, if you will, on everyone's behalf, as far as it's going to be all religious, beliefs and things like that. Everyone's welcome. So, but we're looking for much better support from police and fire this year. So we'll see how that goes. But then again, that's mid-September, so we have some time.
Okay, we'll bring it up again in the future.
Yep.
Sounds like a good idea. Anything else?
Make
Entertain a
to
motion.
adjourn.
Second?
Okay. Roll call?
Yes.
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 Yes.